Good day, learners. Welcome to Oral Communication in Context class. This is Teacher Diane, and our topic for today is the principles of effective speech delivery. Now, here are our lesson objectives. Number 1, determine the principles of effective speech delivery. Number 2, explain the importance of skills in speech delivery for an effective presentation. And number 3, apply the rules and conventions in orally interpreting a particular speech. Have you ever experienced or imagined yourself speaking before a huge crowd? Have you not dreamt of becoming an effective speaker where your listeners are mindful and persuaded of what you say? Certainly, there is no shortcut recipe for being a good speaker. Indeed, nothing is automatic. You must make it happen. This lesson will serve you that purpose, that is to become a good speaker. Luckily, there are some tools and principles that can be helpful to you in presenting and delivering your speech like a pro. Discover yourself as a great speaker and be ready to see its wonders as you see it come to pass. Now let us try to define first what is an effective speaking. Effective speaking means being able to say what you need to say in a manner that it is heard and acted upon. According to Stephen Lucas, 2011, author of The Art of Public Speaking, a good delivery means that you are capable and able to present your message in a clear, coherent, and interesting way. Now here are the tools for effective speech delivery. Articulation. It is the ability to physically move the tongue, lips, teeth, and jaw to produce sentences of speech sounds which make up words and sentences. Articulation is defined as the act of speaking clearly. An example of articulation is when a spelling teacher places careful emphasis on each syllable of a word in order for students to hear the sounds in the word. Modulation. This happens when you control or adjust the tone or volume of your voice as you try to lower your voice to a loud whisper in order to get the attention of your audience as they find your message more appealing, dramatic, and mysterious. Stage presence. It is the ability to get and secure the audience interest in listening to presentation. Facial expressions are essential in setting the emotional tone for a speech. It is really helpful that facial expressions jive with the message being delivered. In addition, facial expressions communicate various types of emotions, which reflects speakers' moods and personality traits. Gestures. A gesture is a form of non-verbal communication in which visible bodily actions communicate particular messages, either in place of or in conjunction with speech. Gestures include movement of the hands, face, or other parts of the body. Movement. This helps the speaker express himself with the use of his body. Rapport. It happens when you have everything in concordance or harmony. Your discourse is correct. The crowd gets it well. They appreciate tuning into it as much as you appreciate conveying it. In any case, that upbeat, agreeable state doesn't happen without conscious effort. Now it is time for an activity. Statements about the principles of speech delivery will be given. Decide whether the statement is acceptable or not by choosing true or false. Number 1, in speech delivery, our goal is to deliver a good speech. When the speech was delivered flawlessly, it can be considered successful speech delivery. Facial expressions can appear distracting and may even be annoying at times when somebody is delivering a speech. Modulation happens when you control or adjust the tone or volume of your voice as you try to lower your voice to a loud whisper in order to get the attention of your audience. Arm and hand movements constitute gesture. Movement of the whole body instead of just gesturing with hands is appropriate in a speech. We become fluent in verbal communication through our gestures. Facial expressions are essential in setting the emotional tone for a speech. The speaker's ability to get and secure the audience interest in listening to him or her through his or her presentation style refers to facial expression. The instance on how well and precisely you form vowels and consonants using your lips, tongue, jaw, and palate to form the sounds to speak is crucial in making your message get across. Reflect on what you have learned after taking up this lesson by identifying the following statements. Number 1, it is the formation of clear and distinct sounds in speech. Number 2, it is a change of key in music or of the sound of a person's voice.
3. It is the ability to get and secure the audience interest in listening to presentation. 4. It helps enhance the verbal content of our speech. 5. This helps the speaker express himself with the use of his body. 6. This happens when you have everything in concordance or harmony. Now here are the answers. Number 1, articulation. Number 2, modulation. 3, stage presence. 4, facial expressions. 5, movement. 6, rapport.
And that's it for today, learners. Now let us end this lesson with a quote from Bruce Lee. Practice makes perfect. After a long time of practicing, our work will become natural, skillful, swift, and steady. Just keep on practicing and developing your oral communication skills, and who knows, you might become one of the greatest speakers of your generation.